Alright, what's up y'all? Willie here. Uh, Today I'm going to walk you through the mechanics of the Elite Duo. Now we're going to be running through this live, so while I'm recording and talking through this, I'm going to be playing, so there may be periods where I just kind of stop and I'm quiet so I can focus. But when we get to the actual mechanics, I will break those down as we get to them. So we'll walk through after we burn through these ads and we get to the first boss. I'll show you the mechanic on that one. It's very, very simple. But right now we're just going to focus on getting rid of these ads in the hallway really quick. And I'm actually not tanking this time. I am DPSing. And here I'm usually tanking my way through this. But once in a while I get to DPS. And I just turned down all of the effects, is why you're not hearing any of the actual gameplay. This way you can hear me loud and clear as we go through the mechanics here. So as we start this fight, we're going to be fighting Stompa for a while. Once you get her about a quarter of the way down, that's when we'll get Lashina and the other little mini boss to come out. And they will throw an arrow on somebody like that. It's not Stompa that does it. Stompa just lunges at you with an AoE. But there's, I think it was Lashina, there's one of them that will put the arrow on you and it will stun lock you. And so you have to actually lunge whoever's stunning to break that off of your partner. So you may look over and may see your partner just standing there because they're stunned. You'll just lunge that boss. That's really the mechanic of this one here. So you can see how they put the arrow on the Quizlet. So that's a good thing about the pets, is they do take the aggro sometimes. Let me go ahead and drop an orbital on them. We'll pull Mad Harriet over here towards the tank. I'm going to drop this, and then I'll move so that he can get some. So I'm going to try to stay relatively close to the tank here, so if I get stunned, he can see it, or if he gets stunned, I can see it. But that's pretty much the mechanic in here, is that you just need to pay attention to if your partner in the duo gets stunned, then you just need to lunge them. It's very similar to the Ultraviolet duo, where you get stun locked by that first boss. So it's the same idea there. You just kind of want to lunge and interrupt. Alright, we're almost done with this one here. Let's see. So yeah, we're working on the elite gear. We got the first piece. I just need the marks for the head. So let's move it along here. We'll go ahead and call out Zoom because he should be ready to go at the beginning of the next actual boss fight that we have to do. So there's not a whole lot of mechanics that you really need to know. The main things to watch out for is going to be on the last boss, and I'll kind of talk through that as we're doing it so that you can see it live. I'll mention it before we start, and then as we're actually doing the gameplay, I will show you exactly what I'm trying to specify or what I'm telling you here. Because we basically just want to watch out for the explosions, which you'll see a pop-up on the screen. It's going to be some big white text that says he's about to explode. At that point, you just need to block. That happens 3 different times. throughout the fight. It happens about a quarter of the way down, halfway through, and then 3/4 of the way through the health bar. So you'll see it here. So we're about 5.5 minutes in. So it's not very long. This duo can be done very quickly if you got a competent partner. The main thing to focus on is this fight specifically. This is the one that can get a little bit tricky because there's just a lot going on. It's not difficult, but it can be rather annoying. But just pay attention to his health bar. You'll see that at a period here very quickly he's going to do the first explosion. Like I said, when it says he's going to do the explosion, you'll see the animation on him. It'll look like he's having a head pain animation, and then he will do his explosion. So at that point, you need to block. So he'll do that 3 different times throughout the fight. See? So that's one. He does go down. No ads come out on this first phase, so you're good to just burn, drop your orbital. We'll go ahead and call out our henchman. He's going to do it again. It's already the second one. So that's one thing to watch out for. If the burn is good or if it's strong, then he will immediately go back to the second explosion right after coming up. So we're going to go ahead and drop zoom since we got ads out, and we'll pop our Eye of Gemini. You just got to be mindful of the red circles on the ground. A lot of them will start popping up after that first explosion, especially on the second explosion. They start popping up all over the place. They'll do it again right before he goes down for the 3rd time. But you'll notice whenever he does go down, right when he's getting ready to come up, a red circle will appear on the ground, just like that. And so you know he's fixing to come back up. And you just need to move to stay out of the AoE, because you'll get hit by the AoE on the ground, and then you'll get hit by an AoE from him, probably. I don't think we're going to use our super yet. But really, you just need to do it 3 times. He doesn't do it anymore. Just 3 times. So once you've cleared it 3 times, you won't have to worry about stopping a block, just unless you get overwhelmed by the ads or something. But as far as the mechanic, that's it. Very straightforward, very easy once you get the hang of it. I think I did this duo about 3 times before, about three or four times before I really noticed all the different mechanics. Like, I knew he did the explosion, but as far as like the first boss, I wasn't really paying attention to having to land one of them at first when I was tanking, and I just noticed I didn't get hit a lot with it when I was tanking. But that is the only mechanic in there as far as I'm aware. Or at least one that you need to watch out for. Darkfather will drop an orbital. It's very similar to the Lex fight in the Ultraviolet, just kind of avoid it at all costs. Even if you might be able to take it or you think you can take it, especially if you're in tank role, I would still try to avoid it. Like any hit in the game, if you can avoid it, there's no need to take it. So after he drops his orbital, you'll see he does the little Omega beams with his ray gun. So right after he does that, within like a 3 to 5 second window, he will get ready to do his beam. When he does his beam is when you want to lunge him, and that's when you can interrupt him, because he'll be aiming at your partner. But if you have a pet out, he will usually go for the pets over them. Oh. Alright, we're going to put the burn on him. Yeah, see, he got the lunge after me because it wasn't ready when I lunged. I lunged too soon, so he got the lunge when the skull popped up and interrupted him before he actually popped off his ray gun. There we go. We got the lunge. So it might be a good idea to kind of stagger your pets in here, your henchman or sidekick, um, versus your mother box or whatever your pet is. That would be a good idea to stagger one of those, especially if you have Quizlet or Grim, because he'll usually attack those first. But there you have it, guys. Those are the mechanics of the duo for the Elite Duo of Dark Knight's New Apokolips. It's not too difficult when you understand the mechanics and know what to look out for and what to avoid. Um, just like the best advice I can give for running Elite content is just be patient until you actually get a grasp of the mechanics. But that's it. It's really all you got to do with Elite is mainly, of course, you got to have a competent team, but you just need to have patience when you're running Elite content. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. We'll be back with some more DC content in the future. We're going to keep pushing it out. Um, but I thank you for stopping by and I thank you for checking it out.